The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs. SiriusXM 168.
I'm going to throw out a bunch of names, and I just want you to comment on them. Because Ed the Sock's got an amazing take on the world, and I miss it. I miss seeing that.
All right. Can I pass? Do I get to call a friend?
You get one pass.
All right, let's go.
Donald Trump.
What do you want me to say about that man? You know what he's like? He basically was, for his business, he was like those wavy tube mans. You know, the ones outside of the car dealerships?
Yeah.
He was just a mascot that drew people in. Real intelligent people ran that company. And now he's the wavy tube man for the U.S., and he's full of hot air and empty.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. I'm afraid to say anything about Kim Jong-un because apparently he straps people to guns and then shoots them. But he's got a very natty fashion sense. Like, I mean, come on, that Nehru jacket kind of thing. That's the thing about dictators. Dictators always have really good fashion sense. You ever notice that? Sometimes those dictators in Africa would wear those little hats and stuff like that, and those dashikis. They always dictator. And in South America, those really cool military outfits with the braids and stuff. Yeah, dictators really understand style. They don't understand human rights, but they understand style. I mean, you know, if I'm going to be a Generalissimo, I'm going to be wearing my own little outfit.
I think Hugo Boss designed the Nazi uniforms, actually. That's a fact. I'm actually not even saying that facetiously.
No, I think that he did.
That's okay.
I think that he did.
The great fashion.
The Nazis were bastards. They were horrible, horrible human beings, but they had a sense of style. They had those outfits. Are you all right over there?
Funny to hear you say that, Ed. Ed the Sock joins us. LeBron James.
Pass.
He does a lot of passing. One of the greatest assist men in the history of the NBA.
Is he?
Well,
Does he
for
have
a
that many?
forward.
For a forward?
Yeah.
See, Bilal did it for me.
The World Cup's going on right now. Ronaldo.
Oh, my God. Do I not care about the World Cup? There is not a device that measures, that can possibly zoom in and measure just exactly how little I care about the World Cup. I don't care. Good for them. The bunch of grown, hairy men in shorts running around the field. Good for you. I know the world loves it. I know they call it football, even though it's actually soccer. I know people love the World Cup, especially here in Toronto. But I don't care about the World Cup, and I'm tired of my Twitter feed trending a bunch of names I don't care about. I don't care about the World Cup, so stop honking your frickin' horns.
Jurassic Park's coming back, eh? When's this new one coming out? Do you know the date?
I think it's out already. Isn't it?
Is it out already?
Box office result.
Okay, well, how'd they do? Did it do well?
It did well.
Okay.
It didn't do as well as Solo, which, by the way, is the best Star Wars movie since the original trilogy.
Oh, you being serious?
No.
I'm
come
absolutely serious.
Ed the Sock,
awesome.
you heard it here first.
It was awesome. Did you see it, Bilal?
I haven't seen it. I've been putting it off. But I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Solo is an amazing movie. It feels like the original, the very first Star Wars. And people are taking out the fact they don't like the previous two, Star Wars movies. They're taking it out on Solo. And they're idiots because they're missing what is an amazing movie. And yeah, I didn't think he looked like Harrison Ford either. But you watch the movie, you see him taking on certain body postures and facial expressions. And by the way, James Bond has been played by 900 guys. So, honestly, go see Solo. It is an amazing movie from the beginning right through to the end. It never stops.
You heard it from Ed the Sock first. Jeff Goldblum, I was going to ask you about. Jeff, what do you think of Jeff Goldblum, Ed the Sock?
Jeff Goldblum is he's a very interesting character. People seem fascinated by him. He doesn't do a whole lot of movies or TV, yet somehow people are still fascinated by Jeff Goldblum. I think they're waiting to see if he actually turns into The Fly.
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, by the way, is a big supporter of the FU network.
Oh.
Justin Trudeau wrote a letter on Prime Minister stationery saying, congratulations on the launch of the FU network. A whole letter where he talks about how valuable it is. I got a sitting prime minister, to write a letter with the heading FU network. Okay? That is pretty awesome. Damn. Plus, he does happen to like socks. And one of the things you get with the Indiegogo on one of the funding levels, Ed the Sock socks, available for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. Did Justin Trudeau actually write a letter?
He actually wrote a letter supporting the FU network.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm serious.
That's insane. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but I would trade it now for some more money on the Indiegogo. I'll sell it to you.
Sell the letter, okay. Controversial one here. Roseanne Barr, Ed the Sock. Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr Okay, first of all, here's the thing. I didn't watch the new Roseanne because I didn't watch the old Roseanne. I have never found her interesting. Her voice is like nails on a blackboard. She has been a lunatic for years. Why people just realize now that she's a lunatic? She's been a lunatic and a racist and everything else for years, but all of a sudden now people are supposed to care. You know, if this had happened 5 years ago, nothing would have happened. But now everyone's sensitive and in a rush to show who's the most sensitive. And by the way, I support the idea to cut her show. But I don't understand why anybody is surprised at this. It's like, the sun, it comes up in the morning.
It does. Let's hope. I mean, it might not. It feels like the apocalypse
That's
is
why I
upon
like coming
us.
here. It's the hope that you spread here. The positive feelings.
Yeah, I'm an inspirational human being, Ed. It's amazing. Just hang out with me.
You're like Anthony Robbins.
I won't make you walk over
Without
all
the
coals,
big
though.
teeth.
That's just, how you doing? Megyn Kelly. We have Megyn Kelly here.
Oh, why is she in the news?
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be an outdated one.
All right, we don't need her. We're here in Toronto. I know, Ed the Sock, you've lived in Toronto most of your life. What do you think of the Toronto Blue Jays this year?
I think the Toronto Blue Jays will do what the Toronto Blue Jays always do, which is they'll tank a lot of the season. They'll just scrape by to get into the playoffs. Everybody will say, this is the year for the Jays. This is the year for the Jays. And they'll tank again. And then we'll forget next year and do it again. It's very much lather, rinse, repeat for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is what we do in Toronto. We have this idea. This is going to be their year. They made a change. There's new management, new player. This is going to be the year. And then they suck for a while. Then they start to get good. And everyone says, this is it. This is the year they're going. And then they tank. And then we all just go back to, oh, yeah, what's on television?
And or what's on the FU network.
Yes, even better.
You're welcome. And you know nothing about baseball, though. The Jays won't get there this year. I don't think they have a chance. They're so bad. We talked about it earlier, a little early. We were touching on this. YouTube stars. Ed the Sock, what do you think of YouTube stars?
Well, that's a pretty broad statement. What do I think of, like, what? Because they're on YouTube and they're stars? It would depend on the individuals. I don't judge people based on the group that they belong to,
That's
Todd
nice.
Shapiro.
Good for you.
All right? I don't care what medium they're on. It doesn't define them as people. I have to know them individually. Then I can tell you individually who I like. The guy Michael McCurdy?
McCrudden.
Yeah, Michael McCruddy. Michael McCruddy. I like him.
He's awesome, dude.
Yeah, before they were famous,
yes.
Good guy.
Okay, I love it. What about, Casey Neistat? Do you know this guy?
No.
What about Paul? What's his name?
Jake Paul?
Jake Paul.
Oh, Jake Paul. Yeah, he's going to the funeral with me on Wednesday.
You're close, buddy, is he? Okay, how about this? She just premiered her first big match, anyway, in the WWE. Was that for Raw? Which one was that for?
It was for the Raw Women's
For
Championship.
the Raw
against
Woman.
Nia
Did she
Jax.
win?
Okay, so this is complicated. She was about to win, but because it's Money in the Bank, Alexa Bliss cashed in her briefcase and won the championship before she ended the match and won it.
Well, that's
which was
very clever by
a
the
good
WWE.
swerve.
Ronda Rousey is where I'm getting at. Ed the Sock.
Well, I think she has to go to the WWE because she can't go to acting. Because did you see her in The Expendables?
She was very expendable.
Yeah, she was like made of cardboard. I don't even understand how somebody has zero ability to say a line convincingly. Like, no matter what she said, I didn't believe it would convincingly ever come out of her mouth, even when it was just, hello, how are you? She's up there. She's right up there with Wayne Gretzky as far as athletes who just shouldn't try to act.
Well played. This is back in fashion. I was reading an article the other day. I think it was in the New York Times at the Sock back in the days when we used to be real popular. How pants were worn differently, and like there was these high-waisted pants that are back now, and they're saying dads who have all these old faded pants in their closets, grab them back because that's what everyone's wearing. What do you think of these faded high-waisted pants back in fashion?
Is this a millennial thing? With the stupid beards and the man buns and the ironic glasses? Is that it? Is that just what it is? Because, okay, first of all, you're a dad, right?
I am a dad.
You don't
baby.
have those pants in your closet with your 20 suits.
Good point.
I venture to guess that most dads, people who are dad age now, never had those pants. It may be their parents do or their grandparents. So, but also, this is the stuff that comes from thrift shops, right? Because they're old and people aren't making them new. And this is where millennials go to find new annoying things to annoy me with.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I see one of these millennials wearing these high-waisted pants, all I just start doing is humming the Seinfeld theme.
What about
they just
Urkel?
look like
Remember Urkel?
Seinfeld. Oh yeah, Urkel is a different level. Urkel, yeah. Urkel, or the suspenders and high. Yeah, I heard that Urkel actually lost a testicle filming because of that series.
What?
Because the pants were so high on him.
I don't think that's true.
Ed, you don't know anything.
I know that that's probably not true.
Hey, how about this? How about this, Ed the Sock? Just a few more. You've been so great with us. You're going to hang out right till 6. I know you're doing such a nice job, and we'll just finish this on a few more. Take another quick break and come back, talk about the FU Network, and Bilal's going to play some clips and things. We're going to have some fun with him. What do you think? What do you think of this? Well, some call him a madman, and some call him one of the most genius guys in the world.
What,
Elon Musk. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. I mean, I think that he is both a madman and a genius. Kind of like Victor Von Doom, who hates the Fantastic Four. I think that genius does breed eccentricity. Find me a genius who's well-adjusted. Okay, you're not going to find any. Because to be a genius, your brain needs to think in different ways.
You're right.
Like you and I do as we were trying to disrupt an industry here.
We're pretty brilliant.
You with your show and me with the FU Network. So I think he's both a madman and a genius. They're not exclusive. I don't think he's evil. But I think he's seen that Terminator film where Skynet gets activated a few too many times.
Yeah, everything is like movies, actually. Even fashion, I think, is like movies. They're like, oh, what did I see in Back to the Future? Well, that's going to be popular now, so they just make it now. I honestly think that's how people's brains work.
Well, it's because people are very, very imaginative.
Yeah, you're totally right. And by the way, Ed the Sock understands what facetiousness is, people, in case you didn't understand that joke. And it went
I can
right
even
over.
spell it.
It's face sitting, I think. That's how I used to remember it. Because no, there's face in it.
Okay. Whatever mnemonic device works for you, you use it.
This is popular these days. We have a lot of people come in here and they're like, my goodness, I can't believe all the guys who DM me their dick pics.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't get it. Okay, here's the thing. First of all, very rarely are these dicks any kind of works of art. Okay? A dick is a dick is a dick. What I don't understand is, like, are you sending it to the girl so that when you actually, get that far with her, is it like two-step authentication? You can look at the picture and look at the dick and say, wait a minute, this wasn't your dick that you sent me. This was a bait and switch. Unless you can do things with your dick, like those Australian guys who can tie it in knots and stuff like
that. The penis.
Yeah, unless you can do something with your dick. Women, I can't imagine a woman says, oh my God, look, he sent me a picture of a dick. Guys will go crazy for a picture of cleavage from a woman. So guys think that women think the same way, which is why women are smarter than men, because they know that they don't think the same way.
Well,
there's no woman out there who's like, I wish he would send me a dick pic, then I would know he cares.
Dude, that is very smart, Ed the Sock. I'm being very serious. That's Elon Muskish is the type of answer.
Well, thank you. Now I just need his money with the FU Network Indiegogo.
Two more here, and then we'll take a quick break. The legalization of cannabis. We're very close to that here in this country. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are that I wish I'd invested in Frito-Lay a long time ago. But you know what I think? I think that it's going to become legal, so it's going to become less cool. Because people did it because it was rebellious, right? People drink underage because it's illegal. People did weed because it was illegal. So I'm wondering now what the next thing that kids are going to get to make it, to be daring and cool. And I think we've seen it. Tide Pods. This is the kind of idiocy we're going to see. They should leave weed illegal so that kids don't start doing stupider things just to try to show how rebellious they are.
Dude, it's so sad. Kids and their Tide Pods. I mean, come on. Like what?
Okay, Tide has some responsibility here, because if you're not supposed to eat them, why are they in such delicious colors?
Didn't they mess you up, Ed?
Yeah, well, you look at them like, the reason they're eating Tide Pods is people got tired of silica gel.
Yeah,
even
though it says do not eat right on the...
Because, usually when you buy electronics and you find a little package there, you think, hey, they've included a snack for me.
What are these clear gummies? And my last question to you, Ed the Sock, is people who plug their new upcoming FU networks more than any other plugs on a radio show I've ever heard. What do you think of those?
I think those people are awesome because they're talking about igg.me/FU network.
The Todd Shapiro Show, Canada Laughs, SiriusXM 168.